Right now at noon, the wait is over. The Greenfield Bridge came crashing down this morning. We'll have complete coverage of the implosion. The search continues for an inmate who escaped from the Greene County Jail last night. Details on the escapee.
And snow flurries being reported as close as the Lawrence County area. We'll track the rain and the ice for you. It's all coming up.
Live from the KDKA Broadcast Center in downtown Pittsburgh. This is KDKA TV News at noon.
And just like that, the Greenfield Bridge is no more. It was reduced to rubble this morning. It stood for more than 90 years, and this morning it was brought down in all about 9 seconds. Good afternoon. I'm Sarah Arbogast. The Parkway East was closed, the dirt was in place, and finally, at just after 9 this morning, the explosives were detonated. John Shumway had one of the best seats in the house. He joins us live from the Parkway East. John.
Yeah, kind of strange to be standing here literally on the fastest lane of the outbound Parkway East. But it's closed, as you said, and behind me, the guys from Mositis, men and women, are hard at work already taking care of what used to be the Greenfield Bridge. Now, as you mentioned, 9 o'clock this morning, the cafeteria manager of Pittsburgh Public Schools Sunnyside Elementary School, Sally Scheidmeyer of Greenfield, got the opportunity to push the plunger, and she did a great job.
3, 2, 1, fire in the hole.
It wasn't as loud as I thought it was going to be, but it was
disappointed.
It was fun.
And efficient, as the bridge detonations went off exactly as planned from the center out, and the bridge falling towards the center, or in some cases falling straight down. However,
On the north side, we had 2 columns that instead of toppling, they slid down the hill, but that's the way things go.
it turns out that all the column explosives went off, but the cuts in the steel on the north side of the bridge were too deep. So rather than the steel helping to pull the columns down, the steel snapped instead, and the north side stayed in place. Mositis, that went to work on the pile of rubble immediately, is going to push it down later today. But now the full-scale assault is on the bones of the former bridge.
You can kind of see that there's different layers. There's steel on top of pulverized concrete, on top of steel, on top of fill. So it's more of a process of getting the different layers moved around. We've got scrap dumpsters here that we have to get filled up. It's more of moving the different layers of material to different positions.
This round-the-clock process will get the steel out of the area and the concrete off to the side. But the contractor isn't promising it's all going to be done in time for New Year's Eve partying.
Right now, they got to be done at 6 a.m. on Friday morning.
Yeah, that is what the contract says. And not only does the city want them to be off in time for New Year's Eve, the contractor would like to be done and out of there too. And as you're looking at that concrete down there, that pulverized stuff, when the implosion happened, those were columns that came down intact. It gives you an idea how quickly they're working, already in there breaking those up, getting ready to move that concrete out, and they've already moved a lot of the steel out of the way. They are making very quick work of this, and as I mentioned, later this afternoon they're going to push down that last section that didn't fall and then be able to get it out of there as well. Pretty efficient situation, and everybody generally very pleased with how things went this morning. And as we understand it on the detour route, not that big a deal because it was a light morning rush hour. Live on the Parkway East, can't say that very often, John Shumway, KDKA TV News.
John, thank you very much. Well, the remains of the Greenfield Bridge, as you saw, are now scattered on a portion of the Parkway East. The closure is permitted to last until 6 a.m. on New Year's Day, but project officials hope to reopen the parkway sooner than that. In the meantime, here are the detours. Eastbound, that's heading out of downtown. Drivers will have to get off at the Oakland exit, wind through city streets, including parts of Forbes, 5th, and Penn Avenues, before getting back onto the parkway at the Wilkinsburg exit. Westbound, that's heading into the city, drivers will get off at the Wilkinsburg exit and follow the reverse of the eastbound route and get back on at the Oakland exit. Well, Christine D'Antonio had a good view of the implosion from the Parkway in Oakland. She spoke to some of the special guests who were invited to watch this morning's implosion. She joins us live. Christine.
Yeah, Sarah, it was quite a sight. We are just about 800 feet from where the bridge went down earlier this morning. We are also standing here on the Parkway East, and we were joined with about 50 invited guests, and some of them were residents of Greenfield. Others just had a big hand in this project. Standing on the Parkway East this morning, around 50 invited guests watched history happen. Dorothy Griffin lives right next to the Greenfield Bridge.
The pieces are bigger than I expected. I thought it was going to be more pulverized than it is. I see they're going to have a lot of cleanup to do after this.
It could set a record for the amount of mess created in such little time. It took mere seconds for the 93-year-old bridge to fall on top of the Parkway East. This implosion carefully created, and according to Rich Connors, a bridge engineer with Allegheny County, was seamless.
I think it went great. I think it couldn't have gone off any better.
Connors worked for the city in the early 1980s when there was an effort to rehab it. He says what happened here today for him is bittersweet, but he's glad he got to see it from this perspective.
It was pretty cool to be down here to get a pass to come on the Parkway East, and I know a lot of people were up above on the approach roadways at a sufficient distance away, but it was good to be down here at ground level to see it.
And taking a live look at the debris here of what used to be the Greenfield Bridge. It is blocking both lanes of the Parkway East. Of course, that closure started yesterday. And crews really didn't waste any time getting out there to start this cleanup process because, again, they do only have that 5-day limit. Reporting live on the Parkway East, I'm Christine D'Antonio, KDKA TV News.
Christine, thank you. Believe it or not, at one time, the Greenfield Bridge was called one of the most beautiful Art Deco bridges around. It was built back in the 1920s and opened in 1923. The architect at the time added a touch of style with sculptured bronze lampposts and decorative pedestals and urns. Now, the idea was to provide a grand entrance from Greenfield to Shenley Park. When it first opened, it was called the Beechwood Boulevard Bridge. Over the years, as the bridge deteriorated, many of the original decorations, including the lampposts and urns, were removed. And here's a picture of what the new Greenfield Bridge is supposed to look like. It doesn't look a whole lot different from the old bridge. The new bridge is expected to open in spring of 2017. Many people packed into Shenley Park early this morning to watch all of the demolition. Lisa Washington joins us now with more on the public's reaction. Lisa.
Sarah, the crowd that came to Shenley Park this morning is all gone now, but many of them had to peer through the trees that you can see the look to see where the Greenfield Bridge once stood. Despite the cooler weather, they waited with anticipation to witness history. Wanting to get a close look at the Greenfield Bridge implosion, people came to Shenley Park hours before the scheduled demolition. Adam Leong was the first person here.
It's not many times I get to see an implosion live. I mean, you see them on TV and whatnot, but the last implosion I saw was Three Rivers Stadium.
Former Pittsburghers in town for the holidays stood near new residents to see the nearly century-year-old bridge come crashing down.
There's a lot of buzz around it, especially in our neighborhood, and so we thought it would be a cool thing for the kids to see. They're here from Miami, and so they've never seen so many bridges, and to see one implode is just something new.
I asked my sister, and she said that they're going to blow up this bridge, and I've never seen anything like that. It's so exciting.
And when it happened, nearly everyone who came to see and hear said the 9 seconds of boom was worth the wait. A moment of Pittsburgh history unfolding before their eyes.
It was crazy. That was awesome. Very fun. I'm glad I came.
Great.
Was it worth it?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
It was quick.
Sounds like fireworks. And many of the people who came here took pictures with their cameras, some of them using the cameras on their cell phones. Others recorded video. However, I spoke to one man, a Greenfield resident for 62 years. He said he didn't need to do either because seeing it live, witnessing it, is something that he'll never forget. Reporting live in Shenley Park, I'm Lisa Washington, KDKA TV News.
Lisa, thank you. We'll have much more on this morning's implosion coming up in our afternoon and evening newscasts. We will also have the raw video and a photo gallery on our website, kdka.com. A wet and chilly start to the week and a freezing rain advisory has already been posted for tonight. Meteorologist Ron Smiley is here with a first look at that forecast. Good morning.
And good morning, good afternoon as we're heading into the afternoon hours as well. And yeah, we are already starting to see some snow and some ice. This is all north of Pittsburgh and north of Allegheny County where we're seeing this at. In fact, we have been looking at some of the surface plots detecting some snow flurries over the course of the last hour. We'll get you up to speed on what's going on this hour as those surface reports come in. We want to head over to Viper Radar really quickly and show you what's going on. You can see mainly green showing up here in the Pittsburgh area, now up into Butler, Beaver, and Lawrence County as well. And those pinks generally at or just above I-80. That's where we really think the dividing line for most of the day is going to be. See those yellows and reds up in northern parts of Butler County? That's actually ice that radar is detecting. This is all moving off to the north at around 10 to 15 miles an hour and will continue to move away from us. You can see that right there. Round 2 of rain will slide in later this afternoon into the evening hours, and that will bring with it that chance for more ice and the possibility of some strong winds as well. We'll head over to our weather advisories right now, show you what's going on. You can see the pinks. Those are those freezing rain advisories. Elevated areas and places north of I-80 mainly for those, and also wind advisories. You can see those areas including Westmoreland County that's going to be included under that. Here's your timeline of events this afternoon. Maybe some flurries off to the north, but mainly we're going to be looking at a lot of dry time. Overnight tonight's when most of the rain should be arriving. We're at 35 right now. Temperatures will be all over the place. Butler at 34, and there's your forecast the rest of the day. We'll go 48, but that won't be hit until midnight tonight. A full look at your forecast, and we'll show you the 5-day outlook coming up.
The Mon Wharf is closed until further notice due to potential flooding. The Public Parking Authority said the closure is just a precaution. The Ohio River is expected to reach higher water elevations this evening. A road is back open today after being closed because of a rock slide. The Post-Gazette reports that rock slide happened in Troy Hill on Troy Hill Road between Province and Getman Streets. Police said that rock slide was minor and that no structures were put in any danger. A man is dead after a shooting in McKeesport. Police say 38-year-old Ahmed Knight was found dead inside the home at the corner of Whigham and Locust Streets. So far, no one has been arrested in his death. Officers were called out just after 8 last night. Police are looking for a man who broke into a home on the south side with a gun. It happened around 2:30 this morning at a home in the 2900 block of Harcum Way in the south side. Nobody inside that house was hurt. The suspect took off from the home, but it's unclear if he took anything with him. Police did find a gun nearby, but the search for the suspect continues. Authorities are still trying to find an inmate who escaped from the Greene County Jail. State police say Waylon Hanlon got loose from the jail around 8 last night. He reportedly jumped over a fence and ran off into the woods. Hanlon has been in jail since December 11th on a parole violation. Today, his sister, Vanessa Hanlon, was arrested and charged for conspiring with her brother prior to his escape. She reportedly let him stay at her home and gave him clothing after his escape. Hanlon may be driving a black Honda Civic. If you see him, you are asked to call police. Budget impasse. Will today be the day Governor Tom Wolf acts on the latest budget proposal? The options he is now facing. Plus, a major sports controversy. A new report links some high-profile athletes to doping. How a member of the Steelers is reacting to the allegations.
When a financial advisor chooses to locate where their clients live and work, that's a sign. A sign that they care about the small details that build close relationships, that they value face-to-face meetings, that making things easy is a priority. Even though we are one of the region's largest financial planning firms, your personalized long-range plan is closer than you think. Efren Tillotson, Meticulous Wealth Management since 1948. Member SIPC.
I got a new winter coat this year. It's pretty sweet. I never take it off. I do my homework in it, I eat in it, and I sleep in it. My mom keeps saying that she's sorry, and soon I won't have to wear my coat all the time. But that's okay. I don't mind.
Reverse this trend. Help your neighbors stay warm this winter. Donate now at dollarenergyfund.org or P.O. Box Warm.
Presenting the holiday gift that car shoppers have always wanted.
The clearly better way of buying a new vehicle.
And just to be clear, now is the perfect time. It's #1 Cochrane's Clearly Better year-end wrap-up. Zero in on a brand new Elantra. Now from $189 a month with 0 down and 0 due. Sign and drive the brilliantly equipped Sonata from just $179 a month, plus $1,000 extra for your trade at #1 Cochrane Hyundai.
Welcome back. This week, Governor Tom Wolf is expected to decide whether to sign a bill that would end the budget stalemate. The governor still has not taken any action on the bill the Senate passed last week. He now has 4 options. He can either sign the bill, veto it, wait 10 days and let it become law without his signature, or veto certain parts of the bill. The state has gone almost 6 months now without a budget. A man was found dead in Clairton this weekend. Police say Michael Brown's body was discovered along Washington Avenue around 12:45 Sunday afternoon. Police did not say how he died, just that his death is suspicious. A woman was hurt in an explosion in Coraopolis last night. An oxygen tank inside a house on 4th Avenue blew up around 10. Firefighters say the woman was smoking. She was taken to the hospital with burns. A tough day at the office. The Steelers lost a crucial game on the road yesterday. Hear what Ben Roethlisberger is now saying about his performance. Stay with us.
Want to save money in the new year? The first place to look could be at the pharmacy.
You may be able to save money if you change where you shop for your prescriptions.
See the Deals Consumer Report's secret shoppers found and how much you might be able to save if you switch today at 5.
Protecting your home is a priority for every homeowner. You can rest easy knowing your home's protected with a monitored home security system. Mike Melton, an expert in home security, joins us now with some important details. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you for having me on. When you turn on the news, you see that there's a lot of home burglaries. Here's an interesting fact. The FBI reported over 2 million burglaries last year alone. The shocking thing is most of these burglaries are daytime.
That is a shocking statistic, and you'd think that alone would get people thinking about a security system.
And right now, they are. There's many benefits to getting a security system. First off, you're 3 times less likely to have your home broken into just by having a security system. You get 24/7 monitoring for burglar, fire, and medical emergencies. And you also get to save every year on your homeowner's insurance.
So what do people need to do to protect their home with a security system?
It's easy. All you have to do is give us a call. Right now, we're giving away a free complete home security system package. It's the new wireless home security system, which means no more ugly holes in your walls or exposed wiring. It's a comprehensive package that we include for you free of charge. Now, the monitoring is done by ADT. ADT is the #1 monitoring company in the country. All you pay is $99 down for the installation and the monitoring, which is only about $1 a day.
And I understand you have something special for the viewers at home.
The next 20 people that call us and order a security system are going to receive a $100 Visa gift card. So we basically pay you $1 to get your home protected. Now is the best time to protect your home and your family. Give us a call right now. We have security advisors standing by to take your call. They'll walk you through everything right over the phone. We're usually able to do next day installations to help you protect your home as soon as possible. Call 1-888-360-5445. That's 1-888-360-5445.
Browse new floors of your own room, only at Molyneux.
The Steelers traveled to Baltimore to face their division rival. The offense struggled to get going against the Ravens. Ben Roethlisberger was intercepted twice. The lone bright spot for the Steelers, D'Angelo Williams. He rushed for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in the second half. The late game rally, though, was not enough. The Steelers fall 20-17. After the game, Roethlisberger talked about throwing those 2 interceptions.
The second one to AB was a pass that we've completed thousands of times, and I didn't put it outside probably a few more inches. I mean, he made a good play, don't get me wrong, but a few more inches outside and it's not a pick.
Now the Steelers will play their final regular season game at Cleveland next Sunday. And this loss will make it more difficult for the Steelers to reach the playoffs. They no longer control their own destiny. The Steelers will make the playoffs if they win and the Jets lose to Buffalo next week. Pittsburgh can also make the playoffs if they win and the Broncos lose tonight to the Bengals and again next week against the Chargers. An investigative report by Al Jazeera claims Steelers linebacker James Harrison is one of several NFL players involved in using human growth hormone and other performance-enhancing drugs. The report focuses on quarterback Peyton Manning, saying he was provided with HGH and other drugs from an anti-aging clinic in Indiana. The report also claims Harrison received a hormone called Delta 2. Harrison denies the allegations.
I don't know the dude, never heard of the dude. He's never supplied me with anything. I never took a steroid. I never planned to take a steroid. Point blank, period. End of discussion.
Manning also refutes the report. Several Major League Baseball players are named in the report as well. The man Al Jazeera used as its main source is now backing off of his claims and said his statements are false. Pitt will play in the Military Bowl today. The Panthers will face off against Navy at Navy's home stadium in Annapolis, Maryland. The game kicks off at 2:30. Rich Walsh is in Annapolis and will have more on today's game during our evening newscasts. Former Harlem Globetrotter star George Meadowlark Lemon died Sunday in Arizona. He was arguably the most famous Globetrotter, playing 24 seasons between the 1950s and 70s. He was known as the Clown Prince for his on-court pranks. Lemon was 83 years old.
All right, let's take a look at that forecast. We're heading into the afternoon. If you look really closely, you can possibly see what could be a little bit of ice falling out in the Newcastle area. They've been reporting over the last hour some snow flurries, but it doesn't look like that. But it looks like it's too big to be rain that we're watching out that way. Let's head over to Viper Radar and show you what's going on over there. We got a lot to talk about as we're heading into the afternoon and the rest of the day. A very active weather day with some winter weather that's going to be rolling in. You can see that mainly north of I-80 right now. Here in the Pittsburgh area, we're just showing some light greens right now, but we're also watching those yellows. See those yellows south of town? That's those areas where radar's likely picking up, at least suspended in the atmosphere, a little bit of ice. So we'll be watching those areas closely. You can see one of those also over just across the state line around the Lawrence County area. That's what we were talking about. It was the Newcastle area that was reporting some snow flurries over the course of the last hour. That was when those pinks that are now just north of there were rolling through. You can see all of this really moving away from us. It's actually moving, really drifting off to the north and to the east as well. And this is where our first line will continue. On the backside of this, we should see mainly rain for the Pittsburgh area. Even areas like Butler County and Beaver County should be looking at mainly rain. Secondary system slides in. Secondary line, this is all really the same system, but the secondary line will come in as we're heading into the evening hours. That'll bring us our best chance for some rain today. It will also bring us that chance for both freezing rain just off to the north. More of that. They could be looking at 1/10 of an inch of ice up that way, and also some strong winds. Let's head over and look at our advisories that are now in effect. You can see the wind advisories just off to the east of Allegheny County. Here's Westmoreland County there, Fayette County as well. These are going to be communities that will be under that wind advisory with winds expected to top 35 miles an hour. The pinks that you're looking at on your screen, those are going to be where freezing rain advisories are in effect. That goes all the way until 6 o'clock tomorrow and officially begins at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The wind advisories, if you're wondering, 7 o'clock this afternoon into the evening hours all the way up until 6 o'clock. If you're traveling back to the center of the state, they do have winter weather advisories for those communities. If you're saying, why do they do that? Well, they're just saying, hey, roads could be impacted by the weather, and that's why they're issuing those. If you're heading out that way, certainly give yourself lots of time and only head out that way if you have to head that way. This afternoon, flurries to the north. Some ice could be possible, but mainly what we're going to be looking at is some isolated spots of rain. This evening, freezing rain in some spots and warming weather as well. The warmest warmest will be over the next 48 hours will actually occur in the overnight hours. Rain also will be expected as that second line continues to roll through. There's the rain coming through right there. It's an area of low pressure that will bring it. Temperatures right now, we're at 36 degrees, 34 in Butler, and Latrobe at 38 degrees. Look at the high temperature today. We're expecting it to hit 48, but it won't happen until very late in the day. Where you can see that forecast right there. It's warming up by 9 o'clock. Overnight tonight, 48 degrees, and there's your 5-day outlook. We're looking at 48. Yeah, a little misleading today. First thing tomorrow morning, the 50s will be possible, and then cooling for the rest of the week. In fact, we'll be down to about 34 for a high as we're heading into Friday.
All right, going to start feeling like winter around here.
It's about time.
All right, thanks, Ron. And we'll be right back.
CBS Tonight.
We do not do dangerous. We do calculations.
It ain't easy.
What are you doing? You just hanging around?
Getting a little dizzy here.
Being a genius.
Remember when you called me a nerd before? Get ready to apologize. Wait for it. What's the point in us if we don't protect the world?
I support you, and together we make this work.
Word's gone around how professional we are.
Welcome to Scorpion, everyone.
Scorpion, CBS Tonight, or stream it live or on demand.
Of all the parts of your car, when it comes to safety, few are more important than your brakes.
So trust them to AMCO, because we don't just work on the most complicated part of your car, transmission. We can fix and replace your brakes too.
AA MCO.
Gillies makes sure your home is safe by using the top technology in the industry and top quality service provided by talented technicians. During a furnace inspection, our HVAC technicians use a high-definition infrared camera to detect for cracks and holes within the furnace heat exchanger that may cause dangerous gas leaks. The infrared camera produces a high-quality image that allows your technician to easily identify any existing defects. Top technicians, top talent. Trust Gillies.
January 31st is the last day of open enrollment for the Federal Health Insurance Marketplace. This is your opportunity to get quality health coverage from UPMC Health Plan and avoid a potential tax penalty. Visit the UPMC Health Plan Marketplace today. We have some of the lowest cost plans in Western PA, and they all give you full in-network access to the doctors and hospitals of UPMC. Don't wait. Enroll today.
Here are some things Social Security disability clients say about Robert Pierce and Associates. You made a very difficult time in my life a little easier. There is no amount of money that could adequately express my thanks. You will not believe how this will help me and my family. Thank you so much for taking on my SSI case and winning it.
For help getting Social Security disability benefits,
lean on our experience in the law.
Mix, North Hills Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. McKnight Road.
Here are some of the stories we're working on for our afternoon and evening newscast. Coming up today at 4, trying something new. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic are doing something a little different to treat a rare and deadly form of cancer. How they're targeting tumors with some very cold air to help trigger the immune system. And then at 5, drug prices are skyrocketing, but you don't have to break the bank if you know where to go. Consumer Reports reveals how and where to get the best deal on prescription medications. That's at 5. That's the news for now. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great day.
There is a difference in where we live. In this place we call home, and how we talk, what we say.
We never notice it, but they say, oh, you guys got that Western Pennsylvania accent.
The food we eat.
Can't go wrong with putting fries on anything.
The music we make. How we work. How we play.
I live for that smile on your face.
The teams we cheer for. But more importantly, it's what we stand for.
You should be proud to be who you are.
What we fight for. What we believe. How we live, who we are. That difference can only be found in Pittsburgh. And the stories that make this great town are found here.
Things have gone much, much better since we talked to you.
KDKA TV, Pittsburgh's news.